Yeah.
What do you think is the most misunderstood aspect of being a networker and red carpet host?
Well, I don't know what it would be. So my job doesn't exist. Like there's nobody who really does what I do. So most people who would do a red carpet hosting are going to work for some kind of either they're going to work for some website or they're going to work for some channel, like television channel or something like that. I wasn't doing that. I actually showed up just so that I could recruit VDMC, and then I do red carpet interviews for whoever wanted them. Like I would give my interviews to Maximo TV or ABC or whoever would happen to be there. I was just better at doing interviews than they were. And so, and because it wasn't just because I was a good interviewer, but I knew all the people attending, especially the Instagram models or any of the other models, the Playboy models, whatever. They just felt more comfortable talking to me than they felt talking to like whoever was trying to interview them from, Entertainment Tonight or whatever. So I did this for years, and it was really funny because one of the probably say the most misunderstood thing is when people would see my life from the outside looking in, they saw, big guy, lots of girls, I'm in pretty decent shape, and they just think that I'm just kind of like this brute. And then probably the fact that I was in the U.S. military probably leads to that conclusion. And then later on, when they hear me, going on, they see me going on, different podcasts, financial podcasts, talking about stock option arbitrage and bond arbitrage, and I start talking about selling premium and stuff like that. And then I go on another show and I start talking about quantum mechanics and astrophysics, and then another show talk about evolutionary psychology. I think a lot of people are taken back by it
Right.
because I think their life is a lot simpler if someone like me is dumb and if someone like me is unhappy. And if they find out that someone like me who lives the life that I choose to live, that someone like me is not only happy, but like not uneducated, I think it's more dissatisfying their narrative. And so they don't like it very much. So that's that. If you want to say misunderstanding, I think it's really easy for people to put people in different categories. Like for instance, I'm racially ambiguous. So if you don't know what I am, then there's one category you can't put me in, right? I'm
Yeah.
from Texas and I was in the military, but I'm not like an alt-right conservative. So there's another category you can't put me in, right? I do red pill content, but I don't hate women, and I actually think men and women can be friends. So there's another, area you can't, box you can't stuff me into. And I think for a lot of people, that's confusing. They want things to be very simple. And when they meet me, they kind of come up with a simple explanation for my existence. And then it doesn't seem to match reality. And for some people, it's cool. And a lot of people, it makes them very frustrated.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense because a lot of people, when they see you, I think what they want to do is they just, well, not a lot of people, but depending on who it is, they might want to put you in a certain box, put somebody in a certain box, depending on what they do. Like, for instance, the podcast that I'm doing right now, I have all different kinds of people on, I don't really limit it to one specific type of person I want to talk to. Like, I'll ask all different kinds of people that I'm interested in talking with on, and we'll see how it goes. Like, there's a lot of people that I like who I'm friends with who are musicians, so I'll have them on, and that's the kind of person that's I like talking with. But I like a lot of what you have to say, and I think that it's really cool that you talk with such a diverse amount of people, and I think that allows you to grow as a person as well and become more dynamic as you get
Yeah,
older.
studying for every guest has been like a master's degree level of information I've had to do. I just finished recording episode 98 today. Was it 98 or 90? Yeah, 98 today. I try to do between 4 and 10 hours of research on each guest. And I'd say from doing that, I've learned so much, especially when it comes to like building funnels, real estate, when it comes to copywriting, leading a sales team, or when it comes to evolutionary psychology, or how to go viral on YouTube. Just having these people on my podcast is pretty incredible. It's
Nice.
really been worth it. It's very much like Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, where Carnegie told him, I'm gonna introduce you to these people so you can interview them, but I'm not gonna